healthcare. So we're turning all our attention to creating a new energy economy in this country because we see this as the way, as the path to permanent prosperity and sustainable prosperity for our nation. And they're right. The big obstacles that they face to harnessing these new forms of energy are, number one, the giant subsidies to the incumbents. And the way that they're addressing that is through waxing the monarchy and the cap and trade bill, which is not a perfect bill by any means. But we all need to support it, and we need to get that passed. Number one, if we don't get it passed, it's going to so badly stigmatize environmental legislation that we will not get another shot at it from our elected leaders for years and years to come. So we need to pass that bill, and all of us need to strongly support it. Number two, it's really going to change our country because after that bill is passed, even though I said there's many shortfalls in their bill, many things that I don't like, but every CEO of every business in this country, when he or she decides to make a new purchase of capital equipment or machinery, when they're designing their strategic plan, one of the first questions they're going to ask is, what is the carbon footprint? And that's never happened before. And it's going to happen, and it's going to be transformative. So aside from dampening the subsidies, the other problems they face is number two, we have 50 public utilities commissions in this country, each one administering its own Byzantine, arcane set of rules that don't really allow the creation of a national system for harnessing this power and transporting it across the country. In many of the states, the rules are reversed in terms of what we accomplish. Capitalism, I love free market capitalism, and I believe, and I've said this for 25 years, that the best solution to environmental problems is we have true free market capitalism in this country. Free market capitalism is a hammer, it's a tool. It's not a god. And it's a tool that builds things that we build better societies if we want to build them. Right now, we have a system that is designed, that is not aligned with our national interests or aligned with the interests of humanity. In most of our states, we still tell the utilities that the way that they make money is by selling more energy. And as long as they do that, the CEO of the utility, no matter how green he is in his heart, no matter how good a guy or a good man or woman he is, his shareholders are telling him to get his consumer base to leave the lights on all night and to leave the refrigerator doors open. Because the more energy he sells, the more oil or coal that he burns, the more money they make. And we're putting him in an unfair position. Because we're saying to him, you have to choose between your allegiance to our country, to our humanity, to morality, and your shareholders. And it's not fair to put him in that position. Now, some states like California in 1982, NRDC, which is one of the groups that I work for, wrote legislation in the state of California that changed that incentive system and said, no, the utilities should no longer make money by selling power. You make money by getting people to conserve. What happened as a result in California? This wasn't, this isn't revolutionary. It used to be that we rewarded the utilities. The way the utilities got paid before deregulation was the utility would go before the Public Utility Commission and say, we want to build a dam, it's going to cost us $100 million, we want 12% profit on that, interest per year. And here's the need for the energy, and the PUC would stamp it, and they'd go ahead and do it, and they'd make their money. It was guaranteed money. Well, today, in California, they do essentially the same thing, but Pacific Gas and Electric will go to the Public Utility Commission and say, we want to install LED light bulbs in 1 million homes. We want to tear out everybody's oil burner in our entire distribution grid and give them one that gets this 80% more efficient. We want to remove everybody's refrigerator. It's going to cost us $100 million to give them an efficient one. It'll cost us $100 million. We want to make 12% or 15% on it. The PUC stamps it, and they go ahead and do it. Today, as a result of that, Californians use 6,000 kilowatts per year, hours per year. The rest of us, on average, use about 13,000. So they're using half the energy. That's one of the reasons California has the biggest economy. Because every product that they produce in California cost uses half the energy at its birth, so it's half as expensive the energy cost.